Hello guys, welcome to the Unit 3 test review. A little bit longer, but we got a lot to cover, so we'll get started right away. Number one, what are the 4 steps of the statistical problem solving process? Step one, of course, is to ask questions. We've seen this before. Ask questions. If I can fit it on there. Step two is to collect data. Collect data. We'll be doing a lot of that in Unit 5, I believe. Step 3 is to analyze data. Analyze data. And then step 4 is to interpret results. So remember, this comes right out of the notes. So just, know the 4 steps and you're good to go. Number 2, what type of table is this? So this is like a multiple choice question on the actual test. And the options are like, frequency table, relative frequency table, et cetera, et cetera. Because this is going by counts right here, not a percentage, right? Not a percentage, not a proportion, just original counts. This is a frequency table. All right, so remember, if it goes by a percentage or proportions, that would be a relative frequency table. But if it goes by just the counts like this, it is a regular frequency table. Number 3, so this one is a relative frequency table, or at least it's kind of a combination of the two. But in this one, you actually need to calculate the relative frequencies. So to do that, I'll grab my calculator. I'm nervous about pulling this up because sometimes it causes things to freeze and not behave well. But we'll hopefully it'll be okay. But anyway, so 36 out of 120. So we could just divide 36 by 120. So 36 out of 120 is 0.3, which is 30%. 30%. 24 out of 120. So 24 out of 120 is 20%. 0.2, so 20%. Now, based on the math here, the next one, oh no, there's 2 more categories, so never mind. I was gonna say the next one's 50%, but there's 2 more, so never mind. We need to do 18 out of 120, 18 out of 120, which is 15%. The last one should be 35, because remember, this all has to add up to 100. So let's see, 42 out of 120 should be 35. Yep, 35%. There you go. And again, on tomorrow's test, the percentage sign, you can include it when you type it in, or you don't have to include it when you type it in. It's fine either way. Number 4, the dot plot represents the scores on a math test. How many students took the test? So basically, how many dots do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There were 15 students that took the math test. How many students scored a 70 or less? So a 70 or less is all of these. This dot here is 70, and then S is everything less than 70. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 students scored a 70 or less. All right. So number 5. Where's number 5? Down here. Oh, it's part of kind of. So does a stem plot need a key? Of course it does. Yes. Yes, a stem plot needs a key. Number 6. Here is a stem plot with a key. What percent of students scored less than an 80%? So if you see the key, 74 means 74. So like 70 means 70, 74 means 74, 76 means 76. So 80%. So this would be 82, right? 82 and 82, and then 86 and 86 and 86. So less than 80% is going to be all of these ones. And so there's a 50, a 58, so that's 2, a 64 and a 68, so that's 4 altogether, a 70, a 74, and a 76. So that's 7 test scores. 7 test scores, but it says what percent of students, so out of how many? So that's 7. How many are there in total? So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There are 20 in total, and 7 out of 20 comes out to 35%. There you go. Number 7. Number of birds at a watering hole each hour. So again, we have a key for the stem and leaf plot. What is the fewest number of birds at the watering hole? The fewest would be 13. 1, 3 indicates 13, right? Like 1, 7 is 17, so 1, 3 is 13. So 13 was the fewest. Number 8, let me zoom out just a little bit. How many trees were between 70 and 80 feet tall? So between 70 and 80 feet is going to be this region here, of course. So we have 8 plus 10. So 8 plus 10, of course, is 18. So we have 18 trees between 70 and 80 feet. All right. Intervals are sometimes called, I believe this is bins, buckets, and classes. Bins, buckets, and classes. Does not matter the order. Bins, buckets, classes. All right, moving right on to number 10. You saw this one very similar on our quiz review. Match the variable type with each graph. So dot plot is quantitative. Bar graph is categorical. Histogram is quantitative, and stem plot is quantitative. Those haven't changed, so hopefully you remember those from last time. Number 11, find the mean, median, mode, and mid-range of the data set. So mean is going to be adding these all up and dividing by how many there are. Let me count how many there are real quick. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Got 16 numbers there. So mean is to add them all up and divide by 16 in this case. So let's see here. So we have 10 plus 19 plus 14 plus 23 plus 31 plus 40 plus 20 plus 18. Be very careful when you do this as well. Plus 11 plus 19 plus 25 plus 22. You guys get the gist of it. I don't have to say it so much. All right, should be good. And then divide that total by 16. We get 21.375. Oops, 21.375. The median. So the median, we're going to have to put these numbers in order from least to greatest, which is a bit of a hassle, but we can do this. So 10 is the smallest. I saw an 11 in there as well. Let me cross these off so I keep track. 12 is in there as well. Then I see a 14. I have a 16, 18, and 2 19s. So 16, 18, 2 19s. So let me cross this off. 16, 18, 19, and 19. Those are all my teens. I have a 20. I have 22. 23 and 25. 29. 31. 33 and 40. All right. So the median, obviously the middle. So again, there should be 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 is split 8 and 8. So if I split this, the first 8 and the last 8, here's the first 8. Here's the last 8. The median is going to be the average of these two numbers in the middle. 19 plus 20 divided by 2. This is going to be 19.5 as the median. The mode, the most reoccurring number was 19. 19 occurred twice. No other number occurred twice. So 19 is the mode. And then the mid-range. Remember, the mid-range is to take the smallest number plus the largest number and divide by 2. So this gets you 25, right? 10 plus 40 is 50. 50 divided by 2 is 25. All right. Here we go. Number 12. So we have to do same thing here. A lot of work here with number 12. I am going to allow you guys to use the Statsmatic website. So, of course, we can list these in order. We can do that as well. Let's do this all by hand first, and then we'll go to the Statsmatic website. So we're going to have to put these in order. So if we put them in order, we have 1, 1. We have 2 2s, 2, 2. We have a couple 4s, a 4 and a 4. We have a couple 5s as well, 2 5s. We have a 6. We have a 7, a 9, 10, and 13. 9, 10, and 13. So the minimum, of course, is 1. The maximum is 13. I'm going to go ahead and put those in there. The median, how many numbers do we have? 1. Oh, it's a little laggy. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 numbers. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, so 13. So the non-numbers, we have one in the middle. So the middle number is, I believe, this 5. You've got 6 numbers to the left. You've got 6 numbers to the right. So that 5 is in the middle. That is my median. Then my quartile. So quartile 1 is going to be the average of 2 and 2. We'll have to add these up, divide by 2. Quartile 1 is 2. And then quartile 3, Q3, is between 7 and 9. 7 plus 9 divided by 2, that's going to be 8. So Q3 is 8. IQR is 8 minus 2, which in this case is 6. So remember, that's Q3 minus Q1, which is 8 minus 2, which is 6. How many lower outliers? So outlier rule, we have Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR, which in this case, remember Q1 is 2 minus 1.5 times 6, because remember IQR is 6. So we type this in real quick. 2 minus 1.5 times 6 is -7. So do we have any numbers that are smaller than -7? No. So there are no outliers. For upper outliers, we have Q3 plus 1.5 times IQR. In this case, Q3 again was 8. So plus 1.5 times 6. So we'll check this one. 8 plus 1.5 times 6, which is 17. Do we have anything larger than 17? The answer is no. So no outliers in general. The mean, the variance and standard deviation, I'm going to go to Statsmatic for the rest of these because there's really no reason to kind of do those ones by hand, I think. So you are allowed Statsmatic on the test. It's going to be kind of conditional, but you can. So let's go to that real quick. So Statsmatic/applets. All right, let's type in. Remember, you're going to one quantitative variable single group. Let's type in our numbers. We had a couple 1s. What else did we have? Let's go back. A couple 2s, a couple 4s, a couple 5s. So, oops, don't need that. There was a 6, a 7. I think it was a 9, 10, and 13, but we'll double check. 6, 7, yeah, 9, 10, and 13. So 9, 10, and 13. All right. Now remember, I counted 13 numbers, so I want to make sure, yeah, n is equal to 13. I'll zoom in on this a little bit. N is 13, which is good. I can check my values as well. My min was 1, quartile 1 was 2, median was 5, quartile 3 was 8, max was 13. So I got those numbers right. Here's my mean, 5.308. So we will go ahead and use that. So my mean, 5.308. My standard deviation is also here. Oops, wrong one. Standard deviation is 3.66. And now variance, remember the standard deviation is the square root of the variance. So if I take the standard deviation and I square it, I should have my variance. So 13.3956. I'll just put all that, 13.3956. It'll probably tell you on the test to round it. So if it tells you to round it, make sure you round it appropriately. But there you go. And just to check, if I take the square root of that number, 13.3956, I should get 3.66, which was the standard deviation. So remember, the standard deviation is just the square root of the variance. So there you go. You've got all of them. A couple more. Match each symbol with its meaning. So this is the sample mean. Sample mean. This is the population mean. Population mean. This is the sample standard deviation. This one is the population standard deviation. This one is the sample size. And then the capital N is the population size. So you're going to want to memorize these, know these inside and out before Friday's test. All right, symmetrical data uses blank as the measure of center and blank as a measure of spread. It will use mean as the measure of center and standard deviation as its measure of spread if it's symmetrical. Skewed data will use the median as its measure of center and IQR as its measure of spread. All right, that's going to do it. That's the end of the whole review. So long test, but there's plenty to go on there. And yeah, if you guys have any other questions about it, please let me know. But I'm going to pack it up and I'll see you in class. Bye for now.